What's up, everybody? I'm Joey,
I'm Anthony.
and this is J&A exposing corruption at Sunline.
At its finest.
We are protected under the freedom of speech
And Labor Code 6310 under the Whistleblower Act. We have a special guest, Fidencio, operator, driver at Sunline Transit of 23 years.
Lecho.
Welcome.
That's right.
So Fidencio, tell us what you have to say as far as your story and how you were done dirty here at Sunline Transit.
Well, I've been in Sunline for 23 years. The way they got me, supposedly it was for miss-out, but we were still fighting a miss-out with the union, and I guess well they got ahead of time, so that's how they got me. Never had a problem at Sunline. 23 years, always on time, always willing to work overtime. Work. Never stopped working at COVID. For almost 3 years, but after 23 years, this is what I got. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a shame.
That kind of hit everybody by surprise, man. I mean, and Anthony, this is a close one to home here, because all the overtime we did, man. Some of the times we were the only ones on the board, and man, he worked relentlessly. He would work and work and work and work without argument, without fighting him on anything, without any problems.
This is how they did them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and a lot of those miss-ups, I was stressed. Over 300 hours of big time of vacation time. Always asking for time off, never get time off. They were requesting a note. They were asking, okay, bring a note from your doctor and we'll give you the day off. Everything started to yeah. And my family, my wife, she had a surgery. So all those things, COVID, and not getting a day off. So
so what you're saying is that you came in on your days off and you worked overtime and you gave them 100%. And when you ask for days off, you're going through stress, mental anguish, putting your life on the line during COVID with no incentive, no hazard pay, not even being accepted as we're essential workers. But not only that, is that when you ask them for time off, they weren't giving you time off. So in turn, they got the splits, and you don't know if you're coming in at 5 today or 5:30 today. It was just an ongoing mental game that you were playing. Of course, if you get miss outs, your schedule's all turned upside down.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest. They did work with me. They did work. So I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying, the way they did it. These guys are doing mistakes every day. You guys know already.
Oh, constantly. Chronic error.
They give us the wrong time for our sign in, and they don't take any responsibilities, man. So everything has to, they also have to be exposed, whatever they doing at the off on the Sunline.
So how long have you been out of work now?
Out of work?
Out of work with Sunline.
Out of work for Sunline, I get a month and a half.
Month and a half. And have you heard anything from them? Have you been compensated at all, like unemployment or any kind
Actually,
of assistance?
when they gave me all my paperwork, when they fired me, they the lady from HR, she gave me the paperwork. You know, here you go. This is for your unemployment. You can go ahead and open your unemployment. A few days later, I opened my unemployment and they denied. So right now, I mean, I'm not collecting any money from no. You know, I've been kind of, you know, just working out here, but
Yeah.
I have to go back to work.
What a shame.
Yeah. They gave me my hours. They paid me all my hours, but they kept you know how they gave us 80 hours for so they kept that. They didn't pay me that. They kept that.
So HR gave you your walking papers? It was HR?
Yeah, well, yeah. HR gave me, yeah. Patty is the one that gave me all the paperwork that I was fired, and then HR gave me the paperwork for my unemployment, and still I still have some benefits.
They gave
Wow.
That's it. Yeah.
So they gave you they let you keep your medical?
No, none of that. Everything's gone. Medical, none of that.
Everything is gone. So
it just goes to show you 23 years of your life, bus service that's falling apart due to our leader
negligent leadership.
Negligent leadership, yeah. So you have a service that's hurting for drivers, and they're getting rid of an operator that's been here 23 years of his life, dedicated, committing his whole life overtime and missed schedules, splits, getting miss outs. I mean, they're doing so much wrong, but yet they don't want to give him a chance because he's been here 23 years. He's always working overtime, just like you, Joey. I know that's not me, but it just shows you the level of appreciation here at Sunline.
Absolutely none.
None.
Zero. Zilch. Nada.
Hey, man, you're just a number right there, man. They don't, you know, you're just one number right there. That's what we are.
Yeah, well, we've talked about this many times in the lounge. You know, I mean, look at how that wasn't there. You know,
well,
look at how they do things.
That's why we started J&A exposing corruption here at Sunline, because
it's got to stop. The corruption has got to stop. There's got to be repercussions for these negligent actions. There has to be.
And you know, in my case, it's not the only one, man. You know what? I understand it's 1, 2, 3, but how many employees, man?
Yeah.
How
dozens.
many?
Dozens and dozens.
Even supervisors, one after another.
And they
get away with all this stuff, man. With, you know, it's like, you know what? We're humans, man. We're humans. We make mistakes. But when it comes to Sunline management, oh no, those they don't make mistakes, man.
No,
you know?
No.
They can come in late, but they can come in late and they get away with it. Like, do you know that they should be paying us when we're signing on to the temperature screening? They should be paying us for that time. So when you come through there, your time should start. They're not paying for us for that. They want us to come through there, scan for a temperature, and then go to the window and get a miss out because you're late.
And according to the state of California, we're protected there, and they do owe us that.
They do.
So there will be claims coming.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, Fidencio.
And that's not just the case, man. If somebody really wants to look into, you know what, they can go and look into the paperwork of management, and they'll find out all the shit they've been getting, all that harassment, all that. I mean, they'll find so much stuff in there that a lot of people are gonna get fired right away.
Well, we really need the transit board, the Sunline's board of directors to really look into each one of these individual cases and to address these cases and do the right thing. They need to do the right thing when it comes to these cases and how to handle business.
Well,
You know, this company is falling apart.
Yeah, it's not right. It's not running properly because you have the dictatorship that's running it like a dictator.
And you know what, man? Look, I've been there for 23 years, and I always kept the same attitude. I got there to serve the public.
Yeah.
And Sunline, you guys know already that Sunline
Yeah.
don't really care about about the passengers, man. You guys know, I know, and the passengers know.
Oh,
These,
they know.
these guys are making big money. Look at the GM. How much money? What, 300? 300.
Oh, bro, you should have heard the passengers
Not just her.
the other night on the bus with the condition of the bus and the inside, how the cleanliness. Oh, I wish I could have recorded that because wow.
Look at all the money they're getting, man, and we're pennies, man, and we're happy with our job, and still look at the way they're treating us, man.
Yeah,
I agree.
no regard at all.
Has to stop, man.
Your seniority means nothing. Nothing.
No. And most of us, man, we love our job.
Yeah. Sunline is a great company to work for. It really is. There's a lot of good people there. It's a great name. It's a big name in the desert. It's just run very poorly.
Hey, come on, man. I'm telling you, someone needs to look into it and see if those people have the degree, the skills, the school to run that company, man.
Just transit experience alone, okay, is a hey, we could go back here to Oglesby, and we all remember when Oglesby was in there. At least Oglesby, when the company needed money, he hustled for it. You know, he had some sort of transit experience. He did. These people now, it's a whole different ballgame. It's a whole different generation. It's a whole different era. I mean, we are getting people that come from Macy's, that are customer associates at Macy's, at grocery stores, at the Beer Hunter, bartenders. I mean, come on, what do these people know about public transit? Nothing.
No, none of that. But you really have to know about transit to run a company like Sunline. That's why Sunline is going to the ground. It's probably already is. It's gonna take. It's gonna take years for somebody to get Sunline to where it was years back.
Well, maybe when
back up in healthy shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let me ask you, if you were in a bus, in a bus, vehicle, relief car, etc., and you wrecked into something and cracked your mirror or hit a bumper, what would be the proper way to do it? You would have to let them know that you did this and write an incident report and acknowledging that this is what happened. It was an accident. Okay. So if we didn't tell them or report it, we'd probably be fired.
That's a hit and run.
Yes. So let me ask you, what happened to the GM's vehicle? One of the mirrors, or what? From what I understand, it was hit and never reported. What was that other one, Joey? Tommy Green?
Oh yeah, years and years ago. Well, when we had those marquees, remember the red marquee, Grand Marquis?
Yeah.
Back where the old solar farm is. Oh, he backed that car out and he backed it into a pole. He got out of the car and went, shh, parked the car and then went back inside. Swept under the table.
Yeah.
But he didn't tell anybody.
No, nothing was ever said.
What about the GM when she hit the vehicle?
I was told nothing was ever said.
That's what the guys at the shop said, that where they try to blame somebody else.
They tried to blame the utility workers or something. Yeah.
Corruption at its finest.
Yeah. Blame somebody else.
What, man? Hey, at least I feel good about, I accept the consequences of my acts. I accept,
But you didn't do anything.
No, I didn't do anything. But there's rules that we have to follow by. But you know what, man? That's the thing, Joey, that if I do something wrong, man, I will come to you and say, you know what? I hit the car. You know what? I did this. I'm not gonna hide it. But what gets me is these guys are keep doing mistake every day. And you know what? Nothing happens.
What happened to progressive discipline? I mean, we go from 0 to 100 with the discipline.
No.
There should be a steps. Okay, we're gonna write you up. Okay.
Well, there's supposed to be steps.
Yeah. So what did they do to you, Fidencio? Did they go through all the steps and give you the write up, the 1-day suspension?
Yeah, they did. Like I said, man, I'm being honest. They did work with me, but like I said, man, everything was. I was getting stressed out. I was trying to, dealing with the COVID, stress, Sunline. We were not getting any breaks. I mean, they were
still
working.
ain't.
See, so we're still not getting breaks. So everything started to
Take a toll on you.
yeah. But they I think they did suspend me 1 day, and then they went through the process. Like they went through the process, but we were trying with the union. We were trying to kind of say, you know what, 23 years. Look at it's not been it hasn't been easy for us. We haven't stopped since COVID.
Not working from home.
Working from home.
Yeah, we're on the front line.
Yeah, we're on the front line, man, and none of that, man. None of that. It's like they didn't. They said no, and that was their final decision. Which it's whatever it is, man. But everybody.
What information do you have if they offered you once we fought and went to arbitration and you got your job back, would you recommend working for Sunline to others, like young kids coming into Sunline? How would your feelings be towards telling them, hey man, it's a good place to work? How do you feel about that?
You know what? I have nothing against Sunline, man. Sunline has been great to me, man, and I love Sunline. A lot of things. I made a lot of things happen with Sunline. So no, it's just Sunline. It's not like 15 years ago. Sunline. It's not for me no more. It's not a happy place, man.
And why do you think that is? Is that because of leadership?
leadership. Everything starts with management. Everything starts
Yeah.
with man. And if
Yeah.
they don't, if they don't, if, if they don't bring a good plan, everything's gonna fall, man. Because Sunline, everybody wants to be the boss in there. Everybody wants to put you down, man.
Too many
You know,
chiefs, not enough Indians.
too many, man. Everybody has things to say. You know, you gotta watch your back because everybody's looking at you, man. You know, everybody, management, man. They wanna keep going up the stairs, man. Me, I just want to be the bus driver, man. That's it. I just want to go out there, you know, get my bus and serve the public. You know, I'm happy with that. I'm good
Yeah.
with that. With the money I make, I'm good with that. I don't want none of that. But you know, management is it's not working for them. So, you know, they have to make a lot of changes in there, man.
So you think if the general manager retired, resigned, or found a better job, and they got a new GM, do you think that we could get Sunline back in order?
There's too many people in there, man. They have to, because they don't even know what they're doing.
They have
So
no
somebody's got to come clean house.
They gotta cut. Somebody has to come in and really look into their backgrounds, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Sunline really needs this person. The Sunline really does he has the right experience to work for Sunline? See, those are the things. It's not about friends. It's not about, hey, you know what, I'm gonna, if you stick with me, you're gonna keep climbing the ladder. That's how it is.
Why does Sunline need chief after chief after chief after deputy chief after deputy chief after deputy chief? I mean, it's wagon training it. I mean, there's way too many chiefs. There's way too many deputy chiefs. All we ever had in the past for a fully functioning transit company was oh man, it was Don, Jim, and Grant, Selly. I mean, and then before that, it was
Armando. Armando used to do a lot of the stuff by himself. Vincent,
yeah,
Nick. I mean, they had the weight of everybody. I mean, now what did you hear about Tiffany? They just hired an assistant to Tiffany, and they're shorthanded with reservationists, but Tiffany got an assistant to assist her,
and they don't have.
That's Tommy Edwards. One of those employees is Tommy Edwards' daughter that got in there recently.
It's not.
See, that's the other thing. You know, Sunline keeps coming with some new what rules, some new that if family cannot, if you're married with somebody, you cannot work in there. See, that's the other thing, man. I'm telling you, there's till this day, there's people in there, they're married and still working for Sunline and still making over $60,000-$70,000. See, that's the thing. What gets me, man. See, that's the thing that they wanna they wanna punish other people that go in there to really work. Yeah. And these are doing the opposite.
Lecho, it's about who you know, not about what you know. This company's full of cronyism, nepotism, selfishism. I mean, the list can go on and on with the isms.
Look at what happened.
What about the leader that's dating another employee that's you know what I'm talking about, Joey?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
There's a conflict. When you have a union official within the company dating a higher up in the company.
Is that why they're getting the sweet deals?
Yeah, could be. Could be. this brought up big concerns a couple of times already. I know it's been discussed several times.
Yeah. Well, this is our job, is to expose them.
You know, here's the thing, guys. It's people are free to date whoever they want to date. I wish you nothing but the best. Okay. But when things interfere with business, then we have an issue.
Especially if you're the person in charge of that, Joey.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And you're doing the same, and she or he's doing the same thing, dating another from the office, or married to someone in the office inside of Sunline. So what is that telling you, man? See, what I don't get it, man, is that you know what? I did get a miss outs, but it wasn't all my fault. I turned in the paperwork to George. And what Marina said, there, she's like, well, I have to stick with my what did she say? I have to go with my I have to go with my guy work, his work. Huh?
You have to go with management.
Yeah. So they never found a copy when I canceled my days, because they got me for 2 days miss out.
Oh, so basically you removed your name from the VCB voluntary callback list.
That's what I'm telling you. It's not that I didn't show up. There was still more things to it. See, and that's the thing that I say, you guys, it's not right, man. You know how busy they get in dispatch. They have so many things going in there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it happened to you, Joey.
Oh yeah.
When you take your name out of the list, and your name's still on the list to work.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much a setup. To set up miss outs, because they remove your name from the list, as you did turn in your paperwork to remove your name from the list.
But they never found the paperwork, Anthony. And this is what I told her. I said, look at the cameras. Well, for some reason, the cameras never work when they want to look into something that it's not good for them.
Yeah.
Don't ever work, man. That happened to me a few times. I go look at the cameras. No, the cameras were not activated. The cameras were, I'm like,
or they don't have sound.
They don't have sound. But if they want to get you, those cameras really work, man.
Oh, yeah. So basically what you're saying is that you put your name on the list to work overtime to help them run an agency for the passengers, because that's where your heart is. It's all about the passengers. So you feel like if you don't work overtime, then the passengers, there's not going to be no buses running, because there's not enough operators, because they keep leaving because the unsafe working conditions. So you put your name on the list to be a team player, and then you have other things set up. So you remove your name from the list, you turn into the paperwork, and mysteriously it's not found. It's disappeared.
It's gone.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's what the excuse is. And you know what, man? I'll be honest, Anthony. If it was my fault, man, like I said, man, look, I accept whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what gets me. When I did everything on my side, that's what I get pissed off, because I'll tell you the truth, man. If I make a mistake, I'll tell you. But this had nothing to do with me about the miss out. But it is what it is, man.
Well, I'm sure that it's going to come to us and to go to arbitration, and we support you 100%.
Yep.
Because you are a hard worker, and you did care about the people, even though you weren't treated like an essential worker with hazard pay, they turn around and it's like a slap in the face. The morale is down. This right here makes a person's morale even go further in the dumps, because look at how they treated you 23 years.
Well, it goes to show people that they mean nothing.
No,
other
man.
people recognize us. Other drivers, they recognize us. You know.
Yeah. So we want to thank you, Fidencio, for coming on and sharing your story. And I know you will be coming back to work if
Absolutely
if you're able. I know we'll fight to get your job back, and hopefully everything turns out. And if we decide later on that you want to come back and you have more information that you would want to let the JNA group know, and we'll bring you on, and we'll make a video. And maybe today you don't remember a lot of things, but there's things that are going to bother you in the future. We're going to welcome you back on the show so we can expose them. You have anything to say, Joey?
No, I just want to see him come back, and I want to see him treated fairly. I want to see the union represent him. We need to make sure this guy is okay. I mean, he's one of us. He was with us for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we spend more time than being with our family, man.
We sure do, and we had a lot of good times, man.
And we're family, we're family.
Oh, yeah.
All of us, man. Yeah, but one thing I'll tell you guys. You know what? I'm taking all this time to really think about it, but we'll see what happens. But I think I'm really, I'm everything with Sunline. I'm kind of disappointed, and I don't know if I can, we'll see what happens with the union, if arbitration. But I'm gonna think about it if I go back.
So let me ask you one last question.
Yeah.
How do you? I mean, what's your opinion on the movement that Joey and I started? Do you think it's going to be good for exposing certain individuals and corruption? How do you feel that about our movement?
You know what, man? First of all, I respect you guys, because it takes a lot to have a video and talk like that about a company. But if you guys are true, there's nothing to worry about it, man. And everything we're talking about here is the truth,
Yeah.
Is the truth, and they work for the public, so the public has to know about Sunline, what everything they're doing. And, you can go out there to the public, and you can ask how they feel about waiting 2 hours for one bus.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was. And we were there, and we were always helping those passengers, homeless. I mean, not just home. I mean, everybody. We treat everybody the same, man. Sunline don't care about no passengers. We care about passengers, because we go out there every day, and we go out there with their problems, with and we give them everything we got, man. But what gets me is the way Sunline treats their employees. That's the thing, man.
Yeah.
And
it's
out of it,
disgusting.
It's man. Yeah, especially those people in there making big money, and it's fine, but do their job. Do what you get paid for it, not just sitting down on the, drinking soda at the AC. Do it for the public.
Coffee, bro. You got it. That is the prerequisite to work in that building, is have a cup for coffee.
That's what they do, man. No, you get paid to do a job. The same thing we do. We get paid to do a job, and we do it every day, man.
Well, Well, they got coffee and everything over at their building.
Oh yeah.
Not for us no more, man. It's been
Oh, no.
years buying coffee.
Yeah. Well, the new building has one restroom,
See,
restroom for
I'm
drivers,
telling you,
operators. I mean, for males, we only have one
See,
stall,
Only one toilet.
one toilet. Out of
One toilet.
big old building
Hey.
and one toilet.
one toilet for what? 300 employees, 300 drivers, 300 that go by there every day.
And
Yeah.
look,
What?
and on top of it, that building has been closed for the last several days. Completely. It was closed because of at first they thought it was a gas leak. Now apparently it's sewer gas that's vented to the roof, and it's too close to the inlet for the fresh air.
Look at that building, man. How much money they spend on that building? And every
Oh.
time there's no budget, there's no money. Look at those buses, man. Those buses are breaking down. Those buses, you guys gonna be in trouble this year because there's no new buses.
Well,
No.
I was watching one of the videos that Lauren was, the GM was talking about, that we're happy because of the hydrogen vehicles. They do real good in the summer, and you know what, all the good stuff about them. But she doesn't tell people at the SCAG meeting that this is what she's telling them, that they're wonderful for this type of weather, and you know, they don't break down and everything's beautiful. But you know, we need to put all the pictures together of all the ones that are being towed on a daily basis.
It's what fits the agenda. It has to fit the agenda, bro. It has got to fit that agenda. I mean, they've got a product they are trying to sell.
Yeah.
Come hell or high water, they're going to push this technology that does not work.
But Joey, those buses, they don't work for the desert.
No.
And
It
you know
doesn't
what?
work in the winter.
And anybody can go out there and ask the public, hey, do you trust Sunline to get to your job? Hell no.
Just bro,
Hell no.
Okay, FC5, imagine FC5 shutting off, just shut down in the middle lane of the freeway with no steering. Now what happens? You have got to slow that bus down in the middle lane because you can't steer it, and then you have to wait in the middle of the freeway stopped until you can get it restarted properly, and pray to God that you don't get rear-ended.
Yeah, Joey. The other thing, man, board members, they have to really get into, you know, look into Sunline, man. Those guys have to really go out there and find out. You know,
remember when we were sitting in that old building, Let's Show. Remember when we were sitting in that months and months. I think it was a year ago. Before it was more than that. Before the new building. Remember they gave us all them surveys to do?
Yeah.
Okay, and we all did those surveys. What happened to those surveys? They were supposed to go to the board. I mean, myself and a lot of others feel like they fell on deaf ears with this.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, well, we're gonna wrap this up, gentlemen. Thank you, Fidencio, for
Thank you.
To
got it.
A&A exposing corruption at its finest. We'll stay in touch, and good to see you, and have a nice day.